Doesn't look like trash to me.
Sour cream and yogurt containers make great planters. You can use a hammer and nail to punch several holes in the bottom of these containers. We save these for all kinds of stuff and use them a lot in the studio for paint mixing and paint water cups. I did a few extra holes around the edges of this cup to give some extra drainage. If you have a drill, you can use a 1/8 inch drill bit to drill holes in the bottom of the cups instead of using a hammer and nail. Be sure to take your time. I'm not really drilling that fast. Once the holes are drilled, just fill with dirt, then plant your seeds. You can use labels to make sure you don't forget what you planted. I find this really helpful when planting seeds. Otherwise, you can't tell what's there until the true leaves come up. Remember to water thoroughly and thin the seedlings as they grow. In a few weeks, you'll have beautiful baby plants. Leftover aluminum baking tins also make great seed starters. Just poke holes with a nail, flatten the bottom, add dirt, plant your seeds, cover them up, and add a label. If you have a plastic lid, you can use it as a watering tray. I added rocks to mine to help prevent waterlog. Water thoroughly, put in a sunny spot outside, and watch your babies grow. I used the same nail hole punch method on this deeper tray. Then I filled it about 2/3 full of soil. I planted it with catgrass seeds for my kitty, which is actually just wheatgrass, a popular juice and smoothie additive. I added rocks for my watering tray, watered thoroughly, and put it outside in the sun to see what happens. Strawberry packaging and other clear plastic food containers make great mini hothouses. I placed a paper towel in the bottom of mine to prevent soil from falling out of the large holes on the sides, while still allowing water to pass through. I filled my container with soil, planted tomato seeds, added a label, and watered well. I also tucked the paper towels down a bit to keep them out of the way. A few weeks later, bam! Tiny tomato plants. You can also use plastic egg containers to make mini hothouses for seed starting. I cut off the outermost section to use as a watering tray, then used a nail to poke drainage holes in the bottom of each egg compartment. You could also use a drill for that if you have one. I planted my seeds, covered them up, and after watering a little bit, could already see the condensation. It's a tiny hothouse. I really like how tall the lid is on this container because it allows plenty of room for the baby tomatoes to grow. Aside from planters, you can use aluminum pie tins in a variety of ways in the garden. Again, I used a nail to poke a couple holes about 5 or 6 inches apart in a couple of pie tins. I cut equal lengths of cotton string and tied each one through a hole, leaving the other end loose and dangly. The shiny aluminum flashes and clatters as the wind rattles it around on its strings. This is a great way to scare off deer and keep other unwanted critters out that would make a meal of your garden. Look at those beautiful recycled planters! I hope you enjoyed this DIY lesson.